They say envy is a passing feeling, just a whisper in the mind, a fleeting shadow that drifts away. But for Daniel, envy was no shadow. It was a chain, an invisible set of bars around his life. Daniel had always believed he was destined for greatness. He worked hard, yes, but more than anything, he compared. Every friend, every neighbour, every stranger he measured his worth against theirs. When someone succeeded, he didn't see their triumph. He saw his own failure reflected in their smile. The sickness of envy began small. A co-worker's promotion, a friend's new car, the neighbour's laughter spilling from the backyard on nights he sat alone. Each moment stabbed at him, cutting tiny holes in whatever was left of his pride. But over the years, those holes widened. The envy grew teeth, and soon it began to devour him. Daniel stopped celebrating with others. Birthdays, weddings, new jobs, he avoided them all. Why should he clap for their victories while his own hands remained empty? Instead, he sat in the darkness of his apartment, scrolling endlessly through social media, feeding himself with curated lives that only sharpened the blade inside his chest. The more he consumed, the more bitter he became. Every post, every photo, every success story felt like a direct insult to his existence. He didn't see pictures of joy. He saw reminders of his inadequacy. And slowly, envy became his only companion. At night, he dreamed of their failures. He longed for their downfall. He imagined friends losing jobs, relationships collapsing, cars wrecked, homes foreclosed. Only in those fantasies could he feel peace. But peace never lasted. Because envy doesn't sleep, it starves, it claws, it whispers. And then came the day Daniel realised the truth. Envy had not just poisoned him, it had imprisoned him. He had locked himself in a cell of comparison, where every wall was built from someone else's life, and every bar was a reminder of what he didn't have. The prison had no guards, no wardens, just him rotting away in a cage he created. By then, he no longer recognised his reflection. His eyes were hollow, his skin pale, his thoughts darker than the nights he drowned in. He wasn't living anymore. He was counting other people's blessings while cursing his own breath. And in the silence of his empty room, one thing became clear. Envy doesn't just make you hate others. It makes you hate yourself. Daniel never escaped his prison, because the bars weren't made of steel, they were made of envy. And envy is a prison with no key.